sorry, I think I will be going a little bit into your lunch here, but that's not my fault. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and delegates and their colleagues. 2 years have passed since I last time was here in Izmir and had the honor of addressing this Congress for the first time. I was then immediately impressed by the professionalism, the innovation and the quality that characterized this Pilotage, Towage, Services and Technologies Congress. With great pleasure I note that the program of this year's Congress is at least equally impressive. Also, personally for me, I'm delighted to visit Turkey again, representing EMPA, the European Maritime Pilotage Association. As we all know, there are frictions in our part of the world, both inside and outside of the, both inside and outside of the European Union. EU is the heart of Europe, and quite naturally, an important task for EMPA is and will always be to be present where EU politicians and stakeholders are discussing maritime matters. That is why we have decided to have our office of EMPA in Brussels, the capital of the EU. But where Europe and the EU are experiencing serious frictions, I'm happy to say that EMPA is remarkably unaffected. We are certainly not going to have any Brexit, and we have stable members from outside the borders of the EU. Turkey and my own home country, Norway, are good examples of that. As is our US member, Turkey's small neighbor to the north, Georgia, is actually present there today, pilots from Georgia. Next year, most probably also Iceland will join the EMPA family. This year, I was challenged to talk about autonomous ships. And the challenges they may entail for maritime pilots. I already touched into this topic in the presentation I gave here 2 years ago, in which I elaborated on the lessons that maritime pilots should learn from the automation that has been going on for many years in the aviation industry. In that industry, the evolution towards more automation has been radically more significant as compared to what we have witnessed so far in the shipping industry. One of the important lessons that I pointed on then 2 years ago was that computers and semi-robotic automation in the cockpit of modern airliners and the automation complexity have entailed not only a remarkable improvement of safety, but also some side effects that were unintended. The humans that monitor the behavior of a complex and advanced automatic computer can, for example, become confused. That's a virtue of humans. And are then prone to committing severe errors. And when they are forced to intervene. To put it briefly, automation has made it more and more unlikely that ordinary airline pilots will ever have to face a serious crisis when they are flying, anytime during their entire career. But automation has also made it more and more unlikely that they will be able to cope with such a crisis when one or if one arises. Because they have lost basic flight handling skills. What is in our maritime world quite equivalent to what we describe as basic ship handling and seamanship skills. As you all know, basic ship handling and seamanship skills are, together with local knowledge, the major assets of a maritime pilot. In the following presentation, I'm certainly not alleging to be be particularly capable of prophesying how the future will look like. But as I am encouraged to try to look into the crystal ball, here are my short answers to some relevant questions. And the first one is, will automation become more widespread in the wheelhouses of the ships in the future, as it has in the cockpit of modern airlines? My answer to this question is certainly yes. Will there be fully autonomous ships? My answer is yes. Will fully autonomous ships happen soon? My answer is again yes. Will the propagation of such fully autonomous ships be extensive? Will we see them all over the world? Here I must admit that I honestly, I don't know the answer. Should pilots be involved in the operation of semi or fully autonomous ships? That's my next question. And then I answer yes. Will pilots be involved? Here again, I'm a little bit more uncertain what to answer, but I would say it's all up to us pilots. Let's talk a little bit more about automation. The renowned international management consultancy McKinsey & Company last year issued a report on automation, which was quite interesting. And it maybe answers also the question that the last question, touches into the last question of, that you saw, that you heard to the previous presentator here. What this consultancy have studied and found out is that contrary to what is the common opinion by many, the report concludes that there are only a very few professions that can be fully replaced by automation. Instead, in the report, it is argued that there is only a certain amount of the activities undertaken by a given profession that typically could be replaced by computers and robots. And that this amount is different among different professions. Those professions that are most likely to have a large part of their work replaced by automation, as you can see to the blue on this graphic, are those professions that involve physical work and in predictable environments. Whereas those professions that are managing other humans, that are applying expertise, and that are involved in stakeholders' interaction, are those with the lowest automation potential. It should be quite obvious that maritime pilotage is a profession in the latter category, as indicated to the left on this graph. Allow me to expand a little bit more on the questions that I asked and answered some minutes ago. The first question was, will automation become more widespread in the wheelhouses of the ships in the future, as it has in the cockpit of the modern airlines? And as you remember, I answered yes. We witness this every day, actually, with the relatively newly introduced navigational equipment, more and more becoming standards, such as ECDIS, track sailing, pilots. It is interesting that recent reports from maritime accident investigation boards, there was actually a report, fresh report yesterday from the UK AIB, they are pointing to the fact that the potential of this equipment is not fully exploited. The ECDIS standard presupposes a high degree of detailed pre-planning and extensive use of alarms, and also that the role of the navigator should be more a monitoring role rather than actively navigating one. As mentioned earlier, and what has been learned from the automation in the aviation industry, when changing the role of the navigator into a more passive monitoring one, there is a risk of him losing not only the attention of the real world that is going on outside of the wheelhouse windows, but also losing basic seamanship skills. Furthermore, and here I know I speak on behalf of many of my fellow pilots, defining sensible alarm threshold schemes for efficient ECDIS navigation in shallow rivers, complex inshore waterways, and ports with marginal water depth, it is a very difficult task. Hence, very often we witness alarms being either disabled visibly or mates who do nothing else during the entire pilotage voyage than pressing the acknowledge alarm button almost continuously. My next question was, will there be fully autonomous ships, and will fully autonomous ships happen soon? My answer to these questions, as you remember, was also yes. Just a month ago, this picture here is from the final design was released of what is looking to become the world's first autonomous and also zero-emission container ship. And it was released in Trondheim, Norway, at the university there. At this moment of time, tenders for building this ship, the ERDOÐAN is called, are being publicized to potential shipyards. The plan is that the ship will be launched and start sea trials with first with the humans on board inside a wheelhouse container by the end of next year or in 2019. And that it should operate in fully autonomous mode after doing tests the following year, talking about 2020, 2021. And then this container with the humans, the wheelhouse and the raiders, or with the equipment daily, with the captain and the crew, will be removed from the ship forever. But the question remains whether it will be widespread propagation of such fully autonomous ships. Will this be extensive? And even more sophisticated ones operating autonomously in European pilotage waters. And a question even more difficult to answer is, when will this happen? And I'm sorry if you came here and suspected that I will answer these questions. I'm not able to do that. Those experts who have opinion on these questions, however, they seem to fall into two camps. On the one side, we have the enthusiasts. They are talking about the imminent approach of a disruptive change into Industry 4.0 and about the Internet of Things. There is something that cannot be done by computers, machines, and autonomous robots in the very near future, they say. And those who don't accept and prepare for this near future will end up with the same fate as did the dinosaurs. In the other camp, we find the skeptics. They are, if possible, equally energetic when advocating their opinions. Arguments used are of both nautical, technical, financial, and legal obstacles that, in their opinion, will be far too comprehensive to overcome. Personally acknowledging that the seamanship skills, as I said before, are among the major assets of me as a pilot, I must admit it has been tempting to listen less to the promoters who seek a future where there are no seamen anymore, and rather to join the camp of the skeptics. It is also tempting to acknowledge that the skeptics indeed have some valid arguments. As you know, I'm from Norway, and our neighboring country is Sweden. And some years ago, back in 1969, Sweden, as the final country on continental Europe, decided that they should shift from left side drive on the roads to right side drive on the roads. And contrary to what many of us neighboring Norwegians used to joke about, the change was not done during weeks or months, first by the trucks and the lorries, thereafter with the buses, and finally with the private cars. No, on an early Sunday morning in September that year, 1969, they changed everything simultaneously within the scope of 10 minutes. That was quite impressive, I must say, to know the Swedes. We all understand that the transitional period between the situation today and the new maritime regime, following the disruptive technology change that is forecasted by the optimists, where all shipping has become autonomous, necessarily will have to take many, many years. There is a huge capital that has been invested in the tens of thousands of ships that plow the oceans today. And the investors, the ship owners, will of course not be happy if the value were quite suddenly to become close to zero. Maybe this is the reason why the enthusiasm for the idea of autonomous ships by the International Body of Ship Owners, the ICS, has been somewhat lukewarm. Apart from the obvious financial challenges, there are indeed both nautical and legislative challenges during such transitional period. Ladies and gentlemen, it may be a disappointment to you, but I must inform you that I am in neither of these camps that I have described here. As seen from my viewpoint, I find it irresponsible both to assume nor to promote that the shipping industry will undergo a disruptive revolution in the near future. But on the other hand, I do not foresee that there will be no changes due to the ever accelerating technological development. However, I do indeed foresee that their need for ship handling and seamanship skills, and for thorough local knowledge and comprehensive nautical experience, these are virtues that will be valuable also in the future, whatever the technical impact will be on our industry. When the ships become unmanned and need guidance services from remote locations, the challenge of rendering such services should not be underestimated. There are a few countries in Europe where the authorities have developed and implemented a remote pilotage service, for example in the Netherlands. It is noteworthy, though, that this service is regarded as an exception, a second-best option, and with the goal of facilitating that the superior service is made possible, which is to have a pilot on board the vessel. It is also noteworthy that the challenges and the difficulties of piloting when not being on board the ship you are piloting have been assessed by the authorities to be at a scale that requires special training, and that it is only done by senior pilots with more than 8 years experience and with a thorough and continuous updated familiarity of conventional piloting on the similar ships. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to finish this presentation with a political message. And it is in the maritime domain, so don't be worried. As you may be aware of, the European Union, and as we heard also before here, the European Union has for the last 4 years been discussing a new legislative instrument for the European ports, the port regulation. And this regulation was finally adopted earlier this year. contrary to what was said by my last presenter here, pilots are also encompassed by this regulation, as are a number of maritime services. But we were exempted from the competition part of this of the regulation. Because one of the proposals that were discussed during this process was whether competition and market access philosophies should be introduced into the pilotage services. And I am pleased to inform you that common sense prevailed and that the EU institutions concluded that pilotage should still be regarded as a service of public interest that is excluded from the market access chapter of the regulation. The justification for this exclusion deserves to be quoted, as it was tabled by the biggest EPP group of the European Parliament, and I quote for you: pilotage provides an essential and unique service to the shipping industry, which, if open to competition, would jeopardize maritime safety and security, the protection of the environment, and the efficiency of ports. This service should therefore be excluded from the scope of this chapter. Everybody knows that pilots contribute to safety, to security, and to protection of the environment. But not everybody understands, as these EU politicians do, that pilotage also contributes to the efficiency of ports. I am convinced that this will also be the case in the unquestionable, more autonomous future of tomorrow. I will end my presentation by showing you a quote from, which is more than 100 years old. It's by the Nobel Prize winner Rudyard Kipling. And he wrote then, the new ship there is fitted according to the reported increase of knowledge among mankind. Namely, she is covered end to end with bells and trumpets and clocks and wires. It has been told to me, can call voices out of the air of waters to come the ship by her cruise sheet. But she blow lightly. It has not yet been told to me that the sea has ceased to be the sea. With these words, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your beautiful explanations about these industrial and autonomous ships. I think, for instance, while producing autonomous cars, we also need to produce autonomous roads and pavements, etc. The same should be valid for the, I think, maritime industry. While producing the autonomous ships, we also need to have some ports, autonomous, and other supplementary things. So this is not the case just for the ships, for all world issues, I think. And now I will ask the audience if they have any question.
If I can just comment on,
okay.
On what you just said, I fully agree. And just to inform you, because this is actually happening, as we see in the big new ports in Europe, the trucks are going autonomously, everything is robotized. And also, this is with this ship I show you, this particular Yara, it's not only the ship that will be autonomous, but the entire process of loading, unloading, everything.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Any question? One question. Because this is anyway a keynote speech, so for the following sessions and the speaks, we will hear more. So they will, I think, discuss your points in the following sessions. One question from the captain, please. Microphone, please. I think.
Well, my name is
Sorry. Who is talking? So here there is a gentleman that I have given the question. Please wait. No pirate.
Thank you very much.
Again, welcome to Mr. Stein. My question, unmanned like this full automation ship, how may pass from the Turkish Straits, especially Istanbul ports? Thank you very much.
Well, that's a very good question, and I'm sorry, I don't feel I think
Afterward, one more question.
yes, okay. I think pilotage is a local matter. It is not the EU or the IMO who actually decides about pilotage. So my encouragement to you is to ask this question to your government, and also that your government maybe you need to strengthen the international regulation for this, for free passage through the Straits, because obviously there is a risk, and there is a need for quality assurance of such ships in your straits. I obviously see that when we see the traffic in the Strait of Bosphorus there, it's obviously something that needs to be taken into account.
And second question, in case of unmanned ship sailing in Istanbul ports, if one of the accident happened with the collision, one of the local ferry in the 2,000 people, who will manage to board ship? Who will get saved to board ship?
Yeah, that's also a very good question. And I almost start to believe that you are in the camp of the skeptics here. Because these arguments have been put forward time and again, and of course these arguments need to be answered, and this question needs to be answered in a good way. The rules of the road, the international law at sea, everything is based on the fact that there are humans on board the ship, and you have life support not only to save yourself but to save others, and all this needs to be looked into, and of course they have to do that.
Okay, thank you. The gentleman behind here.
My name is Tugowners. I'm a research assistant at University. My question is that, luckily for us, you have stated that fully autonomous ships will happen soon, several times. And my question is, how successful do you think that the application of fully autonomous ships in preventing marine accidents? Is it possible to prevent marine accidents completely, such as ship groundings and ship crashes? The reason I am asking this question is that plane crashes exist still. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, I wish I could answer your question in a scientific, based on scientific, and I cannot. I just have to use my common sense when answering, and I think that you will never come to a situation where you have no accident. And of course, there are major risks involved with taking the humans away, as has been pointed out here, and as is being pointed out by the skeptics, for sure. But on the other side, when we take away some parts of the humans, what they are doing, of course you will make things safer as well. So there's a balance there, and of course, as I pointed out, and I showed you a plane that crashed in the South Atlantic Ocean, but it is a fact that in the airline industry, the safety has improved enormously due to taking the pilots away from the steering stick. So as I said, there is a balance. And of course, the maritime environment is completely different than the well-regulated environment of the airlines. It's well-regulated, they get space and they fly there. It's not like the Istanbul Strait or the densely ports and fairways in Europe, where you not only have commercial ships, but you also have fishing boats and sailing boats and a lot of other activity going on. So whether this will be an improvement to safety or not, I wish I could answer more clearly on this, but of course this is a debate going on, and I'm a little bit unbiased about to answer. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. And I think there couldn't be any autonomous lunch, so I want to invite to all of you for the wonderful lunch, and again thanks to our keynote speakers. Thank you.
I would like to invite our distinguished keynote speakers to the stage once more to receive their plaquettes. And I invite Professor Dr. ERDOÐAN to thank our keynote speakers. And I invite Mr. to thank our moderator, Professor Dr. ERDOÐAN. Before end of the morning season, I invite all our participants, guests and speakers to the stage for a congress photo.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for a very nice presentation.
Yani
Dear guests, the Congress will now take a lunch break till 13:40. And lunch is served at 9 o'clock. Thank you.